What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Sister Girl on Films. And as you can tell by the title, I will be reviewing and giving my thoughts on Fear Part 1, 1994, which is a new Netflix miniseries based on the very popular Fear Street books by R.L. Stine. So if you're interested in this review, then stay right there. We're going to get right into it. Let's go.
Hey, Sister Girl on Films, you don't want to miss a thing. Better stay tuned in. So lay back, get into the vibe, in the mood. Real reviews from a sister's point of view. Trailer reactions, movies and TV. So entertaining and authentic, believe me. So roll that footage, I'm ready to chill. Time to hang out with my sister girl. Hey, Sister Girl on Films. Hey, Sister Girl on Films. Hey.
So y'all don't know if y'all can tell or not, but I went with the dark lip because this was a dark show and I was here for it, y'all. So Fear Street, like I said, was a very popular teen horror book series back in the late 80s, early 90s. At the time when they came, when I discovered them, I was about preteen age. So I was obsessed. Like, I love the Fear Street books. This is back when the library was, the place to be, kind of, I guess, for nerds like me. And so I could not wait. Every week I would go. I would get like 2 or 3 of my Fear Street books, because you can rent out like 6 books, or at least back then 6 to 8 books is dang near unlimited. Okay, so I would get like 2 or 3, and then I had to get my Babysitters Club books. Okay, and then that next week, because I would read through all them books in a week, honey, I was a bookworm. That following week I would get me 2 or 3 more, and I was obsessed, y'all. Fear Street was my jam, to the point where at one point in my life I used to write horror short stories. People don't know that about me, but I used to do creative writing as like a hobby, and I used to love writing horror stories. So I was excited yet also apprehensive at the idea that Netflix was bringing something that I had such warm thoughts about to life. And I love, just like a lot of people my age, I loved Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I really have fond memories of those books, and we know how the cinematic version of that turned out. Child, it just was not giving what it's supposed to have gave, honey. Okay, so I was again a little leery about this one, but I saw that, number one, it was a miniseries, so it just wasn't an all-out film, which kind of piqued my interest a little bit. And y'all, it is rated R. What? When I saw it was rated R, I said, oh, okay, they might be on to something here. And y'all, let me tell you, I was pleasantly freaking surprised, honey. Fear Street 1994, y'all. Not only did it bring me back my memories of my preteen years of reading these books, but they also just did it well, okay? Now, it's not like phenomenal, I don't feel like it's gonna win any awards or anything like that, and it had its issues here and there, but overall, y'all, I had a good time watching it. It had a storyline that followed kind of the tone of how the books used to be. I was here for it, y'all. I thought that it was so much fun. I got distracted for a little bit, y'all, because the way my ADHD is set up, I do get distracted when I watch TV shows and movies. But then I was like, okay, no, I need to give my attention to this because I'm actually enjoying watching this. So I went back to the parts that I kind of started doing stuff on my phone, and was so glad that I went back, because the story, it made sense. The characters were cool. They weren't like super in depth in terms of developing the characters, and it's going to make sense if you watch it why that's not necessarily the case. But you do tend to root for them a little bit, and you want to see them survive, and you want to see them beat this entity that's kind of taking over their life. I'm not going to give a whole lot away because I want y'all to check it out, y'all. I'm going to recommend this to y'all because it was a good time. So I'll just give y'all a quick overview. So basically, Fear Street takes place in this small town called Shadyside. And there's always something happening in Shadyside, obviously, because it's the setting of the books, right? So the show does a good job on playing on that. And the town has a very bad reputation as being, one of the highest murder rate places in America, because there's always weird things happening. There's all this dark energy surrounded by Shadyside, and over the years there's been numerous amounts of serial killers, mass shootings, witchcraft, black magic, vampires, y'all, all kind of stuff happening in this little small town. Basically, an event happens that kind of causes some of these horrors from the past to start to kind of haunt and maybe try to exact some kind of revenge on our main characters. I hope I didn't spoil nothing, but I feel like that was pretty good synopsis of what's happening in this. And y'all, they did a really good job. Near the end, there were some things that happened, y'all. I literally screamed. That's how into it I was. Near like the climax of the film, I was like, oh my God, what? And like was into it because there were some things that happened that your girl did not expect to happen, honey. They threw me for all the loops. I was not expecting any of this stuff. And when kills do happen, y'all, like I said, it's rated R. So there are some gory kills in this show. There is one particular scene. I didn't think they were going to do it, y'all. I thought that there would be a thing that would happen and they would stop this particular kill from happening. Bitch, they didn't stop a damn thing, honey. They went for it and I could not believe it. It was just good, y'all. I am looking forward to it. Fear Street was broken up into 3 parts. So we got part 1, which is 1994. Part 2 is 1978, I believe. And then part 3 is 1980 something, I believe. Let me double check, y'all. Let me check real quick because I don't want to tell y'all wrong, honey. Part 3 is, y'all was all off, 1666, okay? So I'm looking forward to part 2. It comes out next week. Literally, what's today, y'all? Today is the 7th, so I believe it comes out on the 14th or the 13th, one of those days. It comes out next week though, and then part 3 is coming that following week. Y'all, I'm excited. It is giving me a little bit of like American Horror Story, and I am a fan of that show. Look, y'all, Netflix, y'all know I don't fool with Netflix like that. I give them a lot of flack a lot of the time, but they might have got some with this one because I was all here for it. So like I said, I highly suggest y'all go check it out. It was a good watch. It is rated R. There is graphic violence, there is profanity, and there are some sexual acts, but they don't show it, but you know, you could put 2 and 2 together, child. So I wouldn't say don't have your kids watching this. It ain't for kids, but I would say definitely check it out, especially if you're in my age group and you read the Fear books. I think you are really going to like it. They did the books justice, and they got the tone of the books so good. Like, I want to go back and read some of the books now as an adult. I probably won't be as entertained, but why not, hell, for nostalgia's sake. So yeah, y'all, I didn't expect to do this review, so that's all I got. So let me know in the comments below if you checked out Fear Street 1994. Y'all, if you had the same nostalgia feels that I had, like if you enjoyed it like I did, let me know in the comments below, y'all. Be respectful with your comments because people have been coming out of pocket lately and your girl has been like Dikembe Mutombo. What's his name? Dikembe Mutombo. Block, 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 block. I've been blocking everybody. You know what I'm saying? No, no, no. Not in my house. No. The disrespect will not be tolerated. You will be blocked. But yeah, if you didn't like it, y'all, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you didn't like it. Let me know if you thought it was cheesy. Let your girl know. I love having a conversation with you guys in the comment section. Some of y'all be coming with some good insight, and it makes me want to go back and rewatch stuff and maybe look at it from a different perspective. Some of y'all be on my team and I'll be like, yes, I wasn't the only one that thought that, and I'm here for it. So y'all, let's get the comment section going. Let me know if you saw this Fear Street 1994, what you thought about it, if you're looking forward to part 2, if you think Netflix did a good job, if you read the books when you were younger, all of that, y'all, let me know. And as always, y'all, like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna see y'all this week for a bad movie review. I'm going to get that done, and my recap of episode 3 of Put a Ring on It. Yeah. So thank y'all so much for your support, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Holla.
Sister girl on film.